Today's discourse is on everything is energy and light. So this is a very exciting topic because it awakens within us the unknown possibility and potential in each and every one of us. It reminds us that things are not as they appear. And it's a good timing because we're just transferring seasons from the winter to the spring. And for those of you who live in areas with noticeable changes of the season, you can suddenly the blossoms on the trees appear like out of nowhere, out of a dead looking twig. And this is related to energy and what we are. We know that light is energy. Light is a form of energy. And we also know that our human our human vehicle that we have is constantly evolving and changing. And our eyesight is evolving and changing. We have the rainbow, the arc in the sky, and all the colors of the planet, which are more immense than we remember. And we say remember because we know this, but sometimes we forget what is really going on around us and within us. The rainbow is the visible light spectrum to the human eye. These are the vibrations that we are consciously, in our workaday, mundane life, the vibrations that we're attuning to this planetary rainbow bridge. And then the manifestations of light that we see around us, light and energy. What we forget is that this is called the visible spectrum of light. And that actually, in reality, there are so many more vibrations of energy vibrations, within, without, and all around us. So what does this have to do with us? Because we could just say, well, that's it. That's all there is to it. This is what it is. This is how it works. This is how it's been done. This is how it's been done before. This is how I see it. This is how I perceive it. This is how I experience it. When in reality, as spiritual energy beings of light and energy, we have access to so much more than that. And though this may sound simple, or overly simplified, we are able to start tapping into this energy when we close our eyes. And for some people, they can keep their eyes open and see more light. Some people have dreams. And I believe there was a movie with Robin Williams where I believe his wife had to go to these 7 realms of heaven, and he's walking through a field of flowers of colors that he's never seen before. New colors, new light. Although it's not new, it's just us preparing and changing our vibration to perceive these energies. Many people have had dreams of these different colors, these different lights, colors of plants. Even in deep level meditation, you can experience colors that we don't necessarily see in our day-to-day life. It's like a little preview or a taste of what more is out there or in here, in and throughout us. So all of these different color lights can be more experiential for us, and different people have different sensory experiences, but we are able to experience versus see these different energies. So what does this mean for us? As evolving beings of light, we are changing and adapting to have more experiences of light. And so this is like widening our experience of God's creation. This is expanding our consciousness, expanding into the light. This is the expansion of darkness and light. So they say that, there can be this black, the dark night of the soul. And scientists say that, and artists deal with this a lot. Some artists really try to figure out how to make black. Black is not they say it's either dark blue or gray or even green. So making the color black, they say, is impossible. And there's artists that strive to see if they can make this black color. And what we know scientifically black to be is the complete absence of light. So when they talk about a black hole, it's like the complete absence of light. There is no light at all. And this is also an energy, or it's also a form of energy, and it's a very powerful and creative form of energy. This is the inside the womb, the darkness, or we are also reminded of the sweat lodge, where it's completely, the light is completely blacked out. A dark room, a very dark room, where you open your eyes and there's nothing. It feels like there's nothing. Complete absence of light. So we can go from this energy, and we can start to vibrate with the brightest, fastest moving of light. And if we're attuning ourselves to this energy and light, the experiences from all the realms of light can be experienced. And this is where our co-creation with God comes into play. Our co-creation of our light, of our manifestation. Starts to reveal itself. So we've been taught not to judge. We cannot judge who we are and who others are, but who we are. As we start to attune to more and more energy through meditation, practicing the presence in every moment, and through acceptance of who we are, we can start to reveal or come into contact with consciously different energies that are happening within us. And these energies are transmutable. So, if we take a moment, and for some people, this is why meditation can be very good just with your eyes closed, so that you're not limiting by the vision, so only by closing the eyes. And you don't have to see it like how you think you have to see it with your eyes. There's so many ways to perceive it. Some people perceive it through sound or just vibration, feelings, the other senses, or maybe on like a blank screen during meditation. There's so many ways to perceive this energy. Also memories, which we've been working on with Reverend Tara, is how do we remember things? What energy does it have? What energy do we give it? And this is where the witness comes in. So as we start to expand our consciousness, these different energies, which could be in the form of memories and also future memories and future visions, come to our consciousness. Our job is not to attach to the energy and get stuck or stagnant with the energy. As these memories, experiences, feelings, or these manifestations of energy arise, and they may seem to be invisible, like in a past memory or a future memory may appear like, well, it's not here anymore, so why am I making a big deal about it? Or why am I even bothering for the future? Or I'm going to keep trying for that goal. It may appear to be invisible, but in reality, it is energy. It is energy that we're working with. And we have the blessing to shift, heal, clear different energies that arise within us. And we suggest doing this for ourselves, obviously, and making sure one thing is to not repress energy, because it will be there. You may even have an experience and you clear the energy, maybe a tad of the energy remains, maybe it moves through. So it's to heal and clear these vibrations and energy that, as they say, no longer serves us, into a finer and finer attunement with the light, and to not attach to the energies. They say the only thing that's constant is change. So if we try to, or not even try, but allow ourselves to remain stagnant in a certain area, it will be forced to change. I mean, it will, not forced, but things will shift and maybe reorganize if the lesson isn't reaching us, if we're not getting the lesson. So what can we do? We can get the lesson or get the energy, and then clear the energy, see the energy, and pay attention to these subtle energies in the presence of God. Practicing the presence. If you have like a funny feeling, rather than sweeping it under the rug, perhaps witness the feeling and let it arise. Let it arise to the surface. Allow yourself to experience it from a witness, detached point of view. Perhaps, say for example, if it's a past memory, due to circumstance, we may not have fully experienced the experience. We may have blocked part of it out as it was happening. If it was an intense experience. Same with future memories. Perhaps we're only experiencing or allowing the energy, part of the energy, to be experienced. So we can, in a detached perspective, allow that experience to fully be experienced, and allow the energy to move through, move around, clear out, clean, spring cleaning, clean it out. And we have those experiences, and then we can let it go, because the greater purpose is to serve God, to be of service, to be a channel for the light. So by paying attention to this energy and this light that's within, without, and all about us, we can clear the channel for the next steps, for the next part, for the unfolding of the energy. We are energy unfolding, self-realization. And we wanted to mention one more thing about this. We talk about inherited tendencies and the instinctual mind. As we continue to raise our vibration, these things can come up, and they may appear to come out of nowhere. A fear, a fear of something, and this goes back to our lineage, our human lineage, our DNA. These different things can come up, And in this life we may, or from past lives, if one of these things comes up, it's see it for what it is. We don't have to, and that this is true with all of it, we don't have to exaggerate. Some things are very impactful and we don't want to deal with them. So maybe that's not an exaggeration. We do have to work with that energy. Some things are just like a flashback or like a little blip, and you can, clear them really pretty quickly. Also, these things from the mass consciousness, the group mind can come in. And same process. Practice the presence, detached witness, notice the energy, heal the energy, talk to the energy, recognize it as part of this great energetic field that we're in, and release the energy with love. And this releasing with love, it's just transmuting it into love, transmuting the energy into love. You're lifting your own vibration, and it's lifting the vibration of those around you. So don't be limited by this visible light. There is so much more, and it's all within us. It's all unfolding and coming into our awareness. And I believe Reverend Tara always says, love is the key. So as these things come in or are uncovered or revealed, these lights, this energy is revealed, love it. Don't judge it. Bring it into the higher vibrations. Appreciate the darkness. Appreciate the light. Because it's all part of God's manifestation of energy, which is all we are. Everything is energy. We need to pay attention to what we do with the energy, how we experience the energy. Do we allow it to move, or do we grasp and hold? So that is our message for today. We are all, everything is energy and light. And it's all here for us to experience in God's love. Everything is love. God is love. God is energy. And we are energy and light.